Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So here we're going to do something different. We're showing you a bike that we approached on a marketplace or so on that someone was selling. It's a non-runner bike. You can see the bike is quite damaged. You know, the seat, we don't know if the dog bit it or the cat chewed it. But this is some of the projects that we take on. So we buy and sell vehicles as well, whether it's a motorbike, quad bike, cars, bakkies, you know, anything. And you can see we have now the side of the bike is damaged there with regards to what I was told by the sellers is that the previous owner bought the bike for his son, and his son immediately when he got on the bike, he drove the bike and he drove it straight into a pole, and that damaged now the front of the bike. That's why you saw the crack in the main headlight fender, or rather fender bender. Anyway, so yeah, this is the first time we're actually starting the bike, and we are super amazed because, you know, we've done a little bit of electric diagnostics and so on, and the bike starts, it runs fine and everything. And you must remember we bought the bike as a non-runner, so in other words we towed it home, or we, you know, got it home on a truck and so on. So we are happy that it starts. So now the next thing to do would obviously be to make the bike look nice, you know, because at the end of the day, if you want to sell something, it has to look nice besides it driving nice. So we are super amazed here because we literally didn't spend anything to get parts and so on. We just diagnosed and found a problem, made a MacGyver, and we truly believe at the Wyman that things can be fixed before replacing it. You know, some things are too badly damaged and beyond repair, then it's just best to replace it and not waste your time. But in this regard, we found a quick fix, and this was good news to us because obviously we didn't spend really anything yet, probably just our own time to removing the stuff and diagnosing, which we do not know what other electricians out there would charge per hour or so on. But we are happy, and we will be moving forward now with the next footage. So here we are taking the fender off, the fender bender like we spoke about around the headlight, and you can see we are preparing for fiberglassing. So there was a crack, like we told you, the bike was driven into a pole, a street pole light, and that is what happened there. So we are busy now repairing that by basically doing some fiberglassing, and we're going to touch it up a nice body filler and so on. And we just want you guys to see the process. Here we're also pointing out the seat that you can see will definitely be covered, and we're just taking off the other fairings of the bike because, you know, we at the Wyman believe in doing a job properly. You take everything off and you spray it and you get it nicely done, plastic welding and so on. And when you're done with that, you put it back on. You can't spray panels or a vehicle with the panels and things, most of the stuff like the lights and so on being in the car. We don't really believe in that. We rather remove everything. So here we can see we have the primer sprayed on all the panels of the bike. So once again, we always say that you can never have too little footage. So we rather keep everything, and we show you guys, you know, every footage, every different angle, you know, so you guys can see this, and, you know, if there's anything that you can point out to us, we appreciate it, you know. We are a company that also like criticism because we're not perfect. I mean, no one is perfect, but this is how criticism is the only thing you can grow. Learn from mistakes and grow. So here we are touching up with some spot putty on all those spots just after you prime, you know, you will still not get perfection. So the spot putty is used, and you just touch up all those spots. And now we are busy testing if all the electrical things are making sense. So this is the CDI of the bike. This is basically what controls your spark, your fuel and so on, and we are just using a voltmeter connected to it to check that everything is making sense and so on. So that is your stop switch. And that was the main problem, I think, was regarding with this bike. You must understand, we done this bike a while ago, so yeah, we have over enough footage, and we're gonna definitely be getting to that footage, but we are taking it step by step. So please guys, if you have any other videographers out there or someone that would like to help, and you know, also you don't mind taking our footage and doing what you do best with it, by all means you are more than welcome to do that. And if you obviously will show us our sense of gratitude. So here once again we're just showing you the primer stage, and like we said in our previous videos that also, you know, takes time to organize these things. The pool is obviously done right now in summer and it's perfectly blue and so on. That's a story for another day. So we are just basically showing you all the raw footage of what we had to do going into this. So here you can see we chose a nice candy blue, and this will be the color that will be used on the bike. So we are spraying everything, all the panels, and you know, we decided that we're going to go with a nice metallic silver for the petrol can, and this will just break the color a little bit. So here we are busy with the lettering of the bike. We obviously had to remove that when we had to spray, and we also sprayed the lettering over because it didn't look too good after we had tear. And we will obviously now use a nice double-sided, very thin double-sided tape to stick it back on. And here you can see our bike nicely sprayed. That's actually another car that is one of our own, and we will show you. That's actually a very nice car, the V8 4.5, and it's one of our other projects that we took on, buying the car for, I would say, under 30,000, and we done a nice. Okay, let's leave that for another day, but definitely a very nice project that we also did. V8 4.5, definitely a beast. So here you can see the bike has been done sprayed now. Obviously, we're just gonna let it cure through the days, you know, and then we will give it a nice flat and polish and so on regarding the spray painting. But now you can see the seat is next. So definitely the bike is looking completely different to how we bought it. You know, the fiberglassing is done, everything is done, everything is working fine, the bike starts fine. And if we have to give you pricing towards like what we have spent buying the bike, I would say under 5,000. And when we sold the bike, we sold it for under 20,000. So the profit margins are quite good doing projects like this, but this is taking on a bike that is in its worst condition as possible. So we do the motor overhauls, we do spray painting, we have the guys for any job, and yeah, we're just showing you guys because we don't believe that, you know, hiding knowledge is a way forward. So we'd rather put it out there, show you guys what we do, and we're hoping by this you can appreciate it by giving us a like, giving us a subscribe, putting us out there, so we can give you more content and show you how it's done. So you can see it's not too clear because of the orange peel, and that's you always get it when you spray paint, when you spray the clear. So that is why the paint needs to set after a few days before you can polish it, buff it and polish, and that will give it a nice smooth finish. Here we are tackling the seat, and you can see that we got a nice black vinyl leather or so on, and we're going to use that. You know, you want to obviously get the bike looking as neat as possible before you sell it. So here we remove the old seat and we don't throw it away. We first use it as a template and we cut out all the pieces in order to make the next seat. So there we use it as a template. We got our sewing machine out, and you know, we started sewing and we started doing our thing, and there you can see how we covered the seat, and now it will obviously go back on the bike. You know, everything in life is a learning curve, you know, and things obviously at first time won't be perfect, but I mean, by doing it repetitively, you will definitely start seeing that quality finish and that great end result and so on. So we are just, obviously our main goal was to just get this bike running and looking neat as soon as possible, and we're always negotiable with all our prices. So yeah, I think I should just be quiet and let you guys just have a look and enjoy the rest of the video. So here we actually drove the bike to Stikland clearance, and we are waiting in the queue here. You know, there's people coming out, they're looking at the bike and they're thinking, wow, this bike looks very nice and so on. So we drove it for the first time on the road quite a distance from Belhar to Stikland, and the bike made a perfect distance. You know, it really makes us happy, you know, that we fixed something here and we are on the right track. Here we are going for a clearance. just passing out everything, making sure everything is perfectly fine on the bike before we sell it, because we don't want to give the next person a hassle, you know, with regards to licensing and so on, putting it on their name. Bike is back from clearance. You can see we are so close to selling it, and that is our biggest objective, to sell it and make profit, and obviously move on to the next project. So the reason why we sprayed this color also is because we had leftover paint from a previous bike that we done, and we'll probably get that footage also out there, and we just decided, okay, why not waste things and just use whatever you have and go with that. So that is why we had this candy blue color and we use that. And here you can see we are at the traffic department now, getting our papers and everything for the bike and the license, making sure it's up to date and so on. So once again, the next person who takes the bike doesn't have any hassle with that. So you can see a bike, I believe, is always a kid's biggest dream, you know. So here we just have some nice footage, nice photos, and enjoying the moment on the bike. So this is a 250cc Yamaha GTR, and here we actually have our buyer coming, or one of our buyers rather, coming to have a look at the bike, driving the bike up and down the road, testing the bike before they make their purchase. And that is what we are all about. We want our clients to first test and make sure everything is working fine, make sure they're happy before they take the bike. So I think it was for the son, as you can see over there, and definitely a happy customer and so on. You know, this just makes us proud. And yeah, like I say, on to the next project. And what a lovely project. This is what we enjoy doing. This is what our passion is. And we have now the guys to do all the work.
Save at home.
So
okay, when you save at home and so on, yeah.
Project and
Are you gonna drive on the R300 or?
We leave going into 2024.
Okay. Enjoy,
so
hey, thanks, man.
Not working hard, but working smart.
Cheers, man.
And the other client is leaving with a bike at night, comfortable, you know, payment, all the transactions was done immediately, and we are both happy, and they are driving in the rain even, because that is how seriously they wanted this bike. And we are just happy with the whole project and everything that happened and what we did, and so happy for the next person going to enjoy this bike. Thank you for your time, and join us in our next video.